Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure the notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. I just want to be real with you for a second. So I'm not feeling the greatest this week just because my acne and skin in general is just not living its best life. After the acne on my cupid's bow, which has actually gone quite a bit down now, which is good, I'm now having trouble with my nose again. Like, I've had to pile on some loose powder right here on the tip of my nose, which you can probably see anyway because it's quite obvious. Hoping when I put bronzer on that might disguise that a little bit more. Yeah, dunno, really weird. I'm not having a great time with my skin, so let's try and look past the skin and focus on the makeup for today's video. But yeah, I just wanted to be open about that because I want people to know that people who put themselves on the internet are not perfect. I don't have perfect skin. I never have. Throughout my whole adult life, I've suffered with really shit skin. So I just wanted anyone else out there who has bad skin days or bad skin weeks like I'm having, just know that, yeah, you are definitely not the only one. I do suffer with it quite a lot. I was hoping it would kind of go at some point in my adult life, but we're still thriving with the acne at nearly 26. So, you know, I don't know how long I'm going to have this for. Hey ho, let's move on to today's video. So, very excitingly, I got a package from W7 with their new Sweet Nectar collection. There's also 4 lip balms. Now, this is actually, well, not these, not the face products and maybe the lip balms are actually, but the palette itself is duping a Too Faced palette, which I have actually ordered because it was on £10 Tuesday. So I'm going to do a comparison with this against the Too Faced one. So let me just show you what's in the collection. So this is obviously the main part. This is the eyeshadow palette. Packaging is super pretty. This is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. It's super spring, summery, really pretty. There's a mirror in here. And this is duping the Euphorial Femme collection, the one with all the butterflies. On the packaging, it's baby blue as well. Then there are 2 face compacts in this collection. We firstly have the face palette. This is the packaging. And in here we have a bronzer and a highlighter. And as you can see, there is also a mirror. These are, I was just looking on the website. These are £5.95. The palette is actually sold out, but I'm pretty sure it's under £10. I will link the collection down below. So when it comes back in stock, or I think you might be able to put email notifications on for when it will come back in stock. And then there is also the blusher, which I believe is duping the Too Faced one because it's very, very similar. This is what it looks like. Super pretty. And again, there is a mirror. And then we have 4 lip balms, which I will show you a bit more in detail later on in the video. And they are £4.95 each. Before we get into testing the products, just want to let you know I do have a discount code with W7. It's AlixKate10. I'll pop it in the description box for you. I don't make any commission off of that. That is just purely for everyone to use to get some money off their website, which is pretty cool. So firstly, we're going to start off with the face palette, and I'm going to be taking the bronzer in here to bronze up this face. Now, the problem, obviously, with only bringing out one face palette, as we always say, you know, it's not going to suit every skin tone. Like, this might even be a little bit too dark for me, but the colour actually looks really nice. The highlighter does look a little bit on the bronzy side, but we shall get to that in a mo. And I absolutely love the prints in here with the little birds and then the W7 in the highlighter. It's so cute. So I'm just taking the bronzer on my brush. I didn't really take like, oh, no, I'm lying. Don't want to lie to you guys. I did actually take a little bit, quite a lot on my brush, but it seems to be a really nice buildable bronzer. It's a bit difficult if you've got a large fluffy brush as well, because you definitely would get bits of highlighter in there. Okay, so this is the bronzer on, and if I'm honest, I feel like I could literally keep building that. It's a very soft, buildable bronzer, which is perfect, obviously, for people like me with fair skin. But if you've got a deep skin, I don't think you're gonna enjoy this as much because it is a very light bronzer, and even with me piling it on, it still doesn't look too dark for me. So I do feel like people with a darker skin are going to struggle with this, which is a shame. I think they should have just skipped this altogether, really, and then just had the blush, because the Too Faced collection doesn't have the bronzer highlight situation. So maybe they just added that in there for the bants, do you know what I mean? But so I don't really see the need for them to bring out this, but I mean, it is a very nice bronzer, I must say. Okay, we're gonna jump over to this, which is the blusher, because I want to see this on its own with the shimmer, and then we can put the highlight on top to sort of like blend it all together. So again, this is what the blush looks like. It's absolutely stunning. It looks very, very, very shimmery though. Oh my goodness, that is far too pigmented. Oh wow, 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 wow. That is a literal highlighter, guys. There isn't a lot of pigment in it. I'm actually far too scared to dip my brush in it even more. But can you see how a lot of the shimmer on top has actually come away? So I feel like there's an initial overspray of shimmer, but even still, after you get over the overspray, there is still a lot of shimmer underneath. But I mean, you'd have to use it a lot to get rid of a lot of that overspray, because yeah, there is a lot. Yeah, there is quite a bit of it. But if you're into your shimmery blushes, I mean, you are going to absolutely love this. I just wish that there was a little bit more actual blush pigment rather than it being just so reflective. Do you know what I mean? But it does look really pretty off of the lights. Right, okay, now we're back into the face palette, and I'm going to take the highlighter. Please don't be too dark. Oh, I feel like I can take more than that. Oh, okay. See what I mean? Like, it just blends in so nicely with the blush because the blush was shimmery. I'm hoping that's distracted you a little bit from the powder there on my nose. But yeah, it's nice. Bit lackluster though. It is quite a dry textured highlighter. So even though it looks really nice, like bouncing off the lights, in person you can just tell it's on the powdery side of highlighters. From that face palette, I'd say my favourite thing is probably the bronzer. It's a nice highlighter, like it does the job, but I've definitely got nicer highlighters in my collection. I'm just going to use some of the Vitsy Fixer Dewy Fixing Mist, just to freshen up the skin a little bit, do you know what I mean? Next, we're going to move on to the eyeshadow palette, so let's get into it. Okay, so I've just primed my eyes with the W7 Prime View. Is that Prime View? Yeah, Prime View eye primer. That's like a P. Louise dupe, basically. And when I look at this palette, the first thing I immediately am drawn to is this mint shade. I feel like doing like a chocolate mint kind of vibe eye look, so let's do that. I think firstly I'm going to take this pan here and I'm just going to start by putting that in my crease. Next I'm going to take this lighter shade here and I'm just going to start buffing out this crease shade. Then I'm going to take this lighter peachy shade just on the very top edges. And then to deepen up the outer corners, I'm going to take the dark brown in the palette. Then back in with the original brush and crease shade. Why am I holding the brush like this? I don't know. Just using that first to buff that in. And then with the other shade that I used. And then back in with the peachy shade at the very top. So these are the shades on my lid so far. I'm now going to do the half cut crease. So I don't think the mint shade is going to go straight over the top. So to make the colour pop, I'm going to go in with the eye primer we used. And I'm just going to squeeze some on the back of my hand like that. If I need more, I'll grab some more. And then I'm going to take a brush and do a half cut crease on both eyes. Okay, so I've done my cut creases on both eyes. By the way, the brush I use is the P. Louise 7072. It's a really nice rounded flat brush to cut creases with. And now we're going to go in with the matte mint shade, which obviously is this one here. And I'm just going to pack that directly on where we put the cut crease. Okay, so this is the initial base of the cut crease. We've applied that matte shade and this is what it's looking like. Absolutely stunning. I love a mint chocolate moment, but we're going to take it a step further because I would love to use this shimmer here. It is the lightest one in the palette, which pains me to use because I want to use it for my inner corner and brow bone, but let's see how we get on with the look. So now I'm going to take a brush and go over that mint powder to intensify the green shimmer. Do you feel me? Do you see how that's just elevated that so much? It looks absolutely stunning. I feel like Tinkerbell. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shimmer here and I'm going to try and blend out this harsh line here with that. These shimmers are a little bit difficult to work with just because I'm having a really hard time trying to pick them up on a brush. They are quite a chunky formula and I'm getting a bit of fallout as well. I think I'm just going to go back in with the brush I used for the deeper brown and just kind of tap that into the very outer corner to blend that a little bit better. I think that's the best we're going to get with the blend, but it's not too bad. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with the first shade we used and I think I'm going to use a little bit of this on the outer corner. So these are like the two marbly shades in the palette. I think I'm going to go for this one here, which is that one. That's the other one because it has little bits of purple running through it, which is very cute. Yeah, again, shimmers, quite difficult to work with. They are really chunky and fallout-y. So if you do get this palette, I would definitely do your eyes first before your base makeup, otherwise you are just going to get chunks of shimmer, and that's pretty much from every shimmer I've used, and I've used 4 of them, so just a pre-warning on that. But this is the completed look. I am literally so obsessed with the mint. It is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I'm going to just go put some mascara on and then I'll be right back, and then I will oh my god, I can't pick them up. Then I will show you all of the lip balms. Okay, so I'm back. I just put some mascara on, although I do feel like I should have put lashes on, but I completely forgot to bring lashes with me to do this. So this is the completed eye makeup. Again, I'm just, yeah, I love this look so much. For my mascara, I use the W7 More Lashes Lengthening Mascara, which is a really good benefit dupe, just to let you know. Lastly, we're going to move on to the lip balms in this collection. Now, I do believe these are duping Too Faced lip balms as well, but you can let me know about that because I'm not 100% sure. We have 4 shades here. I will show you all of them. Firstly, we have Alright Treacle. What a name. I love that. So can you see what I mean? Like, they have the little love heart in the center. So this is quite a deeper shade with a light pink in the middle. Obviously, they're lip balms, so we will test out the pigmentation, but I don't imagine they'll be super opaque. We shall see. So that's the first one. Then we have My Delight. which is a ready toned one, again with a little pink heart in the middle. I think they all have that little pink heart in the middle actually. Next we have Sweet Treat, which is on the pinky side. Very cute. And then I think this is the one I'm going to use. This is called Oh Honey. Oh Honey? Oh Honey. What's Oh Honey? This one's a little bit more on the lighter nudie side. Firstly, I'm just going to start off with some lip liner. This is just a random one I picked. It's not random, it's a P. Louise one, but I just mean I randomly picked one up from my lip liner pot. This is in the shade Sensational. It's one of the twisty ones, not because I know she's got pencil versions as well, but this is one of the little twisty ones. I've just gone it in the edges as well, just in case it's not super pigmented. So again, I'm using the shade Oh Honey. It is like cardboard packaging, so it's not the most sturdy, I'm not going to lie. They smell unreal, by the way. If you smell their strawberry lip mask, identical. Or the Tweety lip oil by Art Revolution, it smells exactly like that. That's got a nice pigment to it actually. It's not too intense, but it also has enough to show up on the lips, which is really nice. Oh, that's so cute. I'm glad I went for this colour as well, because I feel like it goes really nicely with the look. I feel like these lip balms would be perfect if you were out and about but you didn't want to wear anything heavy on your lips, but you still wanted a little bit of pigmentation. I feel like these would be perfect. They're really affordable. Yes, the packaging is cardboard and it is a little bit more on the more affordable side, but they are only a £5. I love the little heart in the middle. I think it did make a little bit of a difference. I did feel when I was applying it there was a little streak of very baby pink, but once you blend it all together then you can't really see that anymore. I love that they've brought out 4 different shades depending on your mood. You can go for a deeper nude, a pink, red, or a light nude. I feel like they've covered all of that sort of basis, but it feels really lightweight, really hydrating, and it is super glossy as well. Okay, so this is my completed look using the W7 Sweet Nectar collection. Now with this, I do feel like there are some like hits and misses, you know? Let's just take this one by one. So with these little compacts, I really liked the bronzer in here, but I also feel like not everyone's going to be able to use them, so that kind of puts it down a point. But on the basis of my skin tone, it is a really nice buildable bronzer. I really enjoyed it on the skin. It went on really nicely. It blended really nicely. So I did enjoy the bronzer. The highlighter was a little bit lackluster, definitely on the more powdery, dry side. I definitely feel like W7 have brought out better highlighters than that in the past, but it did work. You can see it on my skin. I just have better highlighters in my collection. The blush is super cute but extremely shimmery. Only buy this if you love shimmery on the verge of highlighter blushes, although it does blend really nicely with my highlight, which I do enjoy, but I don't reach for these an awful lot. However, if you do, it's very pretty. The eyeshadow palette, again, I've got comments for both sides. I do think the mattes in here are so pigmented and easy to blend. I absolutely love the mattes in here so much. The shimmers, however, are definitely on the textury, crumbly sort of side. When you do build them up nicely, obviously you get these beautiful reflective shimmers, but they are not my favourite shimmer formula. They're just a bit too hard to work with for me. Again, W7 have brought out much better shimmers than this before, but in the end they did do their job. I just had a lot of fallout, so yeah, if you do buy this and use this, definitely put it on before your base makeup. I cannot wait to test this side by side with Too Faced. I can't exactly say if it's a dupe because I don't have it yet, so and until I actually use them together I won't know if it's a dupe, but I mean it looks very similar, but we shall see how they look side by side. Then the lip balms are very cute, again packaging a little bit more on the cheaper side, but I think the formula makes up for the packaging, you know. And I think the top of it popped off, like this little cardboard disc that says W7. I'm sure one of those popped out while I was playing with them before, but definitely the formula makes up for these. If you want a lightweight pigmented lip product that nourishes your lips. Definitely check these out. Okay, so those were all my thoughts and opinions on the new W7 Sweet Nectar collection. Definitely some hits and misses, but I would love to know your opinion down below. Let's have a conversation in the comments. Let me know your feelings. Are you going to pick any of it up? Are you going to pass on it? I would love to know down below. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this video up here. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Let me know down below what you think of this collection, and of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!